So welcome back, guys, to another video. And if you guys been watching my channel for a while, you guys know I love gaming memories. I love going back in time and talking about games that really, make me feel nostalgic, because I feel like video games are almost like a time capsule sometimes. That's one of the things I love about it. I feel like I could play a game from like the NES and it just takes me back to those more simpler times and more enjoyable times of being a kid, and it's really, really cool. I think it's awesome. And I have something to show you guys that's by possibly the most important game I have in my whole collection. This game is so important to me just because of what it means to me. My sister and her friend were cleaning out the garage because my sister's friend's a carpenter, so we had to make some room for some lumber. And they found a game, and no, it wasn't like Stadium Events, it wasn't, some rare, obscure NES title or something like that. It was Missile Command on the original Atari 2600. And, I know what some of you guys are thinking, this is just a common game, what's the big deal? This is my first video game. This cartridge is the first game I ever played in my entire life, and this game also belonged to my grandfather. My grandfather was a huge gamer. You guys were looking at the picture there back in 1980 when he got his Intellivision that had the 2600 add-on to it so you could play Atari games. And yeah, he got the Atari a couple of years before I was born, and I remember going to his house and playing his Atari and playing this game on Thanksgivings and holidays, playing Missile Command. And he's one of the biggest reasons why I love video games. He was the first person who got me my Nintendo. He got me my Super Nintendo. He got me into Sega Genesis. For the longest time, anything with video games, my grandpa had something to do with it, rather it be helping out with money or just buying me the games or something like that, because it was something that we both enjoyed. It was our own little bonding moment, was video games. And up to his last days, we enjoyed playing video games. I remember going to my mom's house, and he unfortunately had cancer, and my mother was taking care of him. And I remember going there with an Atari flashback and playing some of those old Atari classics, and his eyes lit up. He was so happy to play those games again, and he was really enjoying it. And honestly, my Nintendo I have is the same Nintendo that he bought me, but I almost got rid of it. I almost got rid of it when I was around 9 or 10 years old, because I got a Super Nintendo and I started, buying more Super Nintendo games. And I was like, I don't want my Nintendo anymore. And I remember he was like, hey, just let me have it. I'll take care of it. And he was like, who knows? It might be worth something later, and you can just have it back whenever you want it. And when I was 14 or 15 years old and I decided to start collecting retro, when Funkoland opened up, I started wanting to buy more older video games. I remember asking for my Nintendo back, and he wasn't too happy about it, actually. He was really enjoying it. So yeah, it was nice going back, and playing some video games with him. And I remember I showed him my YouTube channel. I showed him the channel, and he really thought it was something else that I was on the internet, talking about video games, and his eyes just lit up on that as well. He really enjoyed it. So it's kind of bittersweet, and I had so much emotions when I held this cartridge. I mean, it means so much to me to have this game, because it's not only my step towards getting into gaming, but it also belonged to my grandfather as well. So out of all my games in my collection, this means the most to me. It's not about value. It's about the memories and emotions that are tied to it. And I'm passing the torch. I have two nephews. I have one that's 3 and one that's 2. My oldest one, Michael, I've started showing him the NES. Coincidentally enough, this weekend we actually sat down and played Super Mario Brothers for the first time, and I think that's what I'm going to close the video with, guys. I want to show you guys one of his biggest accomplishments he's had in gaming so far, and he was very excited about it. But anyway, guys, what is a gaming item or something in your collection that means so much to you in that regard, in nostalgia, and something that out of everything you're just like, this is it. This is where it all started. I'd love to hear from you guys, hear what game it is and stuff like that. As always, though, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming. Alright, so Michael's playing the Nintendo.
That's how you jump.
That is how you jump.
And that's when you walk, too.
Yep. Now you gotta hold those buttons. Oh, look at that! You killed the Goomba!
Yes. I killed it by using the jump button. I did by using the jump button.
You were using the jump button.